Hey guys! So we are doing this extra little surprise video on a Saturday night instead of Sunday night. We're still doing tomorrow night. Tomorrow night was really, I think, officially our last live video because it's segment 19. This is it, you guys. Segment 19 is here. Peter finished running for segment 18 today, so he finished all his miles and he is resting now. And unfortunately, he does not have signal yet again. But he's going to try for tomorrow night since it's our last segment live video, which is just crazy that we're here. He did really well this week. He had excellent crew. Aaron took such good care of him, and they had some really good days. And hopefully tomorrow we will talk more about all the unexpected good things that happened this week. We'll just go into more detail on that tomorrow, hopefully when we have Peter, and he can kind of explain it better since I wasn't there. But it was a really good week, and Peter did great. Since this is our last week, this is the week, you guys. If you could help us share, if you could help us fundraise, if you could help us with anything you think of, this is our last week. Peter only has really 5 more days to run because he's running Monday through Friday next week, and he's done. Friday he should reach the coast of Delaware. It's really exciting. So yeah, just if you guys could just help us out this week, really push. Since you're all here right now, if you could just comment below where you're watching from. We really love to see it. Oh, someone from Alberta, Canada, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Daniel. If you guys should just keep commenting where you're from, it's really awesome to see. And real quick, before we get to our family that's joining us this week we have Aiden and Aiden's mom, Elena. But before we get to them, let's do our recap video, and then we'll go ahead and get to Aiden's family. So many kids. There have been so many warriors and angels along the last 18 weeks, and it's just been our honor to be able to honor them this whole time. So we still have one more week. Next week we have a whole new round of kids, and then this week is also for the entire segment we're honoring Aiden and Axton. Axton's parents will be on tomorrow night, and Aiden's mom is on tonight, and she's going to join us to tell Aiden's story. So, this is Elena. Hi, Elena.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, we're so excited to be able to hear all about Aiden from you, because there's no one better to tell Aiden's story than his mama. So we'll just start out having you tell Aiden's story.
Okay. So yeah, his story begins in 2017. He was diagnosed September 18th, 2017 with stage 4 neuroblastoma. It was completely, caught by surprise. We took him to the hospital because we thought he was dehydrated. Turns out there was 10 by 10 centimeter tumor on his adrenal gland, posterior, so nobody could really find it. And right then we began chemotherapy, and you're just kind of thrown into all of it. And we started chemotherapy, and we were in the hospital for about 2 weeks. And then we left and just sort of kept on that regimen. We did 5 cycles of chemotherapy.
Who's that, Mommy? Who's that?
That's you, baby. It's like, who's that? 5 cycles of chemotherapy. He had a big tumor resection done. And then after that, we did we've done so much, sometimes it's hard to keep up. We did some more testing, and we were finding that he basically wasn't like progressing where they thought he would. They were expecting him to be like clear already, and he wasn't. So we decided to move on and do immunotherapy mixed with chemotherapy to help him. So we did 4 rounds of that. It was really tough. The immunotherapy wasn't that hard, but like the chemo just kind of messed with his stomach. So after 4 rounds, we scanned again, and it was kind of the same. Like just nothing was moving. We're from Florida, and down here they pretty much didn't have anywhere else. They didn't know what else to do. So I did some research and talked to doctors and fought insurance, and we were able to get to New York. So we went up there to New York and did a different set of scans where we found that actually the scans looked a lot better than we thought they did. So we did about 6 rounds of their immunotherapy there. We did 15 sessions of radiation. And in December of 2018, after a set of scans, they said that he had progressed, or, in other words, relapsed. Upon looking at all of those scans and just everything, I didn't believe that was true, which sounds crazy, but some people thought I was, because they're like, why, they're the best, they're the top, how can you say that? But I did. Something in my gut told me that just wasn't right. So I left, and I sought another opinion from Dr. Scholler in Michigan at the time, where we did a set of scans. It took about 8 weeks to get there, which is really scary, because if anybody knows, in this disease, in 8 weeks with a relapse, you very well could not be here. So going that long was terrifying. But we got there, we did a set of scans, and they actually looked even better than the scans we had did 2 months prior. So we were able to enroll on the clinical trial, the DFMO, and we've been on it ever since February of 2019. And he's due to finish February 13th. At 9 p.m. will be his very last pill. So we're ready. We're excited, and we're grateful. It could have gone so many other directions, but we're glad that this is the direction that it went.
Yeah, no, I remember that, because I was following Aiden's story, and I remember you saying, I don't think this is right, I don't think this is correct, and taking him for another opinion, which gotta go with your mama instincts.
Yeah, it was tough. How do you tell some of the most world-renowned doctors, I think you're wrong? It takes a lot of guts to do that, but I did. Yeah. And if my theory was, in the end, if we got another opinion and they were right, then I knew where to go from there. But I couldn't continue moving on with what they wanted to do without knowing 100% and feeling confident that was the right move. So.
No, yeah. Second opinions, I think, are always so important. Even with the best of the best, it's always good to get a second
especially
opinion.
If you don't feel confident. Yeah. They're only human. They are only human.
Exactly.
They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like we do. So everybody can make mistakes.
Very true. How has it been being on the DFMO trial?
Oh, it's been wonderful. I believe so highly in it, in the research behind the medication. Not even just with like neuroblastoma, but even I know that there's some other research in using it for other, solid tumors and things like that. And I just think that the research on it is proven. I think for us, it's given us a great sense of normalcy. We were actually talking with my parents and going, my son Aiden loves to stay the night, at a grandparent's house. And it's like, how long has he been doing that? So it's nice that here's his pills, there's no, you don't have to give him the chemo every day, so now it's given us a sense of normalcy where he can go spend the night at their house, and he can, go do things and go have fun. And it's, it's easy. It's for us, like, he had a lot of mature disease left. So he's a very complicated case. And for us, it has actually helped to normalize those mature cells. So he really only has one spot left now, and hopefully he will be completely no evidence of disease in February. That would be the goal, is for, you know,
Right.
it to completely take it away, or it will just continue to mature what it has. But it's life changing for sure. I wholeheartedly believe in it.
Yeah. No, I think it's awesome what they're doing. It's just a great organization with really awesome people who are so dedicated to to helping kids from relapsing, but also the treatments that aren't so harmful to their bodies. And that's really
Yes.
why we love the Beat Childhood Cancer Group. Yeah. So important.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I'm a pretty, you know, proactive parent. Like I try to do a lot, but I'm thankful that they have that fight in them to not, you know, for the last 10 years, 12 years, to just keep going, keep, you know, finding funding and raising awareness. And because it is a life-changing, you know, medicine. And if we can find, not even just for neuroblastoma, but any cancer, a less invasive way to cure and take it away, then, you know, we have to find those. And that's why DFMO is so important, because now taking that and putting it into other clinical trials or alongside other things, we might be able to find a different route that is less invasive than just throwing some of the harshest chemos that even adults don't get for their cancer at 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds, and that's the way to go for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why we love them. That's one of the main reasons for sure. Have you guys been to Levine Hospital yet since they moved there?
Yes, we were actually the first. They told us, I don't know how true it is, but they said we were like one of the first transfers there. I know he was one of the first PET scans, because we only do those now. So I know he was one of the first PET scans that they had done as a transfer. So it was a little crazy. So I'm hoping February is a little better. But yeah, we've been there, and it was great. It was awesome. You know, there is a transfer process, so with that in mind, it was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love these kind of stories. I mean, I know Aiden's been through a ton. Like, you couldn't even tell us all he's been through in like one sit down. But still, I mean, I just think it's really important to tell all these kids stories. It really just puts like a face to it. Aiden's not a statistic. He's not, just a number. He's a real kid with a real mama and a real dad who love him.
Yeah.
And so it really means a lot to us that you guys join and tell stories.
Just because they have hair doesn't mean, they're fighting for their life. And I think that's one of the biggest things, because people tell them all the time, yeah, he's fighting cancer, he's this, and they're like, him? I'm like, yeah, him, that one. They're like, wow, okay. They don't even believe it, because there's this facade that only kids with bald heads are the ones fighting for their life. You never know who's fighting for their life. You just don't. So it's definitely good to, bring that awareness forward.
Right. I mean, has he had a lot of side effects or any long-term side effects yet from everything he's gone through?
So far, the only real side effect is he lost his hearing, which is one of the most common side effects with neuroblastoma treatment. But we've been really, really lucky. Like every day, I feel blessed, because it could, sometimes there are little things I'm like, no, it's probably because of treatment, or it's this, but they could be a lot worse. So far, the only real thing is the hearing loss, and but it can go well into the future. You never know what can happen. The effects of treatment don't just stop the minute that they stop taking it. It's changed the chemistry of their body, and so as their body is growing, it changes everything. So, but as of now, that's it.
Cool. Well, all right. All right. Did we miss anything? Did you want to say anything else today, or should we ask him the question?
He's in a mood right now, because he wants some Dairy Queen.
I want the Angry Birds can.
Oh, he wants a game.
And I want Dairy Queen.
And he wants Dairy Queen.
I think the biggest thing is just, for me, it's just really a thank you, for all that you're doing, for all that Peter is doing, running and raising awareness, because the donations and all of that are what allow people and kids like like him to go on these clinical trials. And without that awareness, without that money, he wouldn't be able to be on it, and his life could potentially be completely different right now. So I think my biggest thing for you guys, or for anyone, is thank you.
Definitely, yeah. Someone from the Beach Childhood Cancer Foundation just commented about just being thankful for all of us, and thankful for you for telling your story. And there it is. Yeah, I said they're a great group. We're actually going to be in North Carolina the beginning of December to present the check to Dr. Scholler, and we'll get to tour the research hospital. We're very excited to get to do that.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have one of those big checks and everything, and hopefully at the moment it looks like we're gonna be able to donate about $125,000 to them. So
see that, and that you know how many kids that covers, that helps. I think they say it's 10,000 per kid, or something like that, just to get on it. So I mean, that's a lot of kids right there, and a lot of lives that could be saved.
It's 10,000 a year. So for
a year,
years.
okay, yeah, 20,000. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of kids. Every kid, Matt, doesn't matter if it's one kid or 10 kids. It's right. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Very thankful. Very thankful.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying this whole time. And if we just help one kid with this run, it'll totally be worth it. So
it is worth it. My kid is proved.
Yes. Yes. Aiden's awesome. even when he's grumpy.
yeah, he's a handful for sure.
I mean, I don't blame him. I love Dairy Queen too. Gotta get that kid some Dairy Queen.
Yeah, we're headed there now. Hence the seatbelt in the car. I'm not driving, don't worry. I'm in the back.
Right. Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. I know you had a busy night, and you still made the time to join us.
But yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you having me, for sure.
Yeah, no, it has been really great getting to chat with you and kind of meet you in, not person, but kind of meet you face to face in a sense. So it was really great getting to talk with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I have followed yeah, thank you. I have followed your story for a long time as well. So I think this is a great thing that you're doing, that all of you are doing.
Yes. Yes. Well, all right. I think that's going to be it for our video tonight. And like I said, thanks again to Elena for joining us, and to Aiden. And we'll be sharing more about Aiden this week and Axton. Tomorrow night will be probably our last live video for these 19 weeks, which is crazy that we're finally here. And we'll hear from Axton's mom, I believe. It'll be Axton's mom. So join us all next week, and hopefully Peter will be able to join or not next week, tomorrow night. Join us tomorrow night to hear Axton's story, and hopefully hear from Peter about his coming up on his last week. And like I said, if you guys could just help us, that this is our last week, we'll just push really hard and see how much we can raise for these kids, and we'll just keep sharing and go from there. Thank you all for being here.
Perfect.
I hope you all have a good night.
Thank you.